Welcome to the Two Blokes Chatting radio show on 94.7 The Pulse. Music, interviews, news, and, well, Two Blokes Chatting. Now, here are the two blokes.
'Cause I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Tullamore, Seymour, Lismore, Mooloolaba, Nambour, Roochdore, Kilmore, Marillaba, Birdsville, Emmaville, Wallaville, Connemara, Connemara, Strathrown, Proserpine, Alladala, Darwin, Gingin, Lilliquin, Muckdilla, Wallamilla, Bougainville, Cumberland, Ramakiller. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air.
I don't know that there's any evidence that he has been to the town that we're going to right now. It is 8 minutes to 11 on a Saturday morning. We found her, Teresa Boughton, up there in beautiful Moree. G'day.
Hello, how are you, Neil?
Doing very well. You've already had a good chat to Rob as well. He's the other voice you will hear. Welcome to Regional Roundup, and thanks for joining us on a Saturday morning. Tell us, A, where we'll find Moree, and B, what we'll find there.
Moree, it's a funny sort of a triangle, Moree. It's about 6 hours to Brisbane, 7 hours to Sydney, and 5 or 6 hours to the coast. So we like to consider ourselves quite a practical location. So you can get to everything from where we are.
It just takes you a while to get there.
Take a little while.
Particularly if you're in Geelong. So tell us, what road would we need to be driving on to find ourselves going through Moree? I, for example, suggest we wouldn't be on the Pacific Highway.
We'd be on the Newell Highway.
We'd on the Newell Highway coming from Sydney, yeah. So you would come inland, you drive through the beautiful Hunter Valley, and then you turn off and come northwest to us, which is a beautiful scenic drive.
Well, a week or two, we did this very segment in Armidale. Not physically, we did it via the telephone. So that would be a town we'd go through on the way.
Not really. So you would, you could if you wanted to, which would be a lovely scenic drive. We tend to head west when you get to the Corindi sort of.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
But you can definitely come up through Tamworth and Armidale and come across through the Tablelands. That's a lovely drive as well.
Now, is your neighbourhood surrounded with beautiful yellow canola flowers at this time of year?
Oh, look, driving up from Narrabri and driving across from Inverell, you will see some beautiful canola. I haven't seen any... because they're the directions I tend to travel. So I haven't been out west from Moree recently, so I don't know if there's any out there. But I think most of the farms are getting ready for their wheat harvest and still coming out of their cotton. So they've harvested their cotton, but they're still getting it off farm. So there's still a lot of activity, and you will see the beautiful canola driving into Moree, yes.
And down here, every budding photographer known to man in the Geelong region and beyond are out in force on the weekends because the canola paddocks are in full bloom as of this point. And for some reason, photographers just love canola. You get the same problem up there?
It's luminescent, I think. It almost glows. And if you went to the top of Mount Caputar, which is located about an hour south of Moree, I'm sure the view from up there would be spectacular with the canola at the moment. You'd almost get a 360-degree view. Yeah,
it is quite lovely. So agriculture very much part of the vibrance of the town, but what else happens in and around Moree? Do you play Australian rules footy up there, or is it sport, is rugby the...
Yeah, we do have a blossoming Australian rules club. I think they've been around, I'm not sure, just prior to COVID, I think they started.
Unfortunate timing.
Yeah, the Moree Suns, they're our Australian rules club. We've got rugby league, rugby union, all of the, the kids' sports, netball, all the footballs, the racing scene is quite big. Horse racing is quite big in the Moree area as well. We have the wonderful Golden Triangle. It's almost like a carnival period where there's picnic races. It feels like every other week. It's an excuse for people to dress up, go out, catch up with people that they haven't seen for a while. And it tends to be a period where young people come back to Moree for those weekends. So there's always something to do.
So an away trip for the rugby or Australian rules footy team, are they always long drives, like 60k minimums or beyond?
Yes, usually they are. Yeah, so it's a lot of early mornings during the winter for lots of players and their parents, yeah.
And one of the hallmarks of that part of the world is during the winter, the mornings are a little fresh, aren't they, generally?
They can be, yes. We have quite a good winter. We've had a pretty decent winter this year, so yeah, we've had lots of cold mornings, some quite heavy frosts, which I know is good for, some of the produce in our area. So not so much my garden, but...
Or tourism.
Or tourism.
I've actually been fortunate enough to do a couple of stints in Moree, week-long stints where I've actually been working. One of those during the summer and one of those during the winter. And I think it's fair to say that there is some contrast in the temperatures.
There definitely is. It takes a strong constitution to travel through our summer sometimes.
Yeah, and Rob alluded to the fact, and Rob's just got up and walked out as he does at this time every Saturday morning because he's got the next program in the next studio, so it's now just me. But you alluded to agriculture. What sort of things do you grow apart from canola? Do you grow animals as well, or just grain and stuff?
Oh, there's lots of cereal cropping. Cotton is a huge part of our agricultural mix. There are some agricultural, animal husbandry going on. There's, sheep and cattle, horses is another thing too. So there's, lots to drive around and have a look at, even from the car.
So if I was driving up there for my holidays, what sort of things could I do to fill in some time with my family?
The pool, the artesian water's always been a huge draw card for Moree, but we're adding to that. There's the wetlands with the birds. We've got the Bank Art Museum is an absolutely high class facility that we have in Moree. They have visiting exhibitions. They have talks with the artists. They have art classes you can attend. There's things during school holidays for kids. It's great. There's lots of shopping, which is always nice. Lots of places to eat.
Sounds like we better get up there and say good day. We've only got a minute left, so I better get cracking. But great to chat to you, Teresa. I'm looking forward to getting back up to Moree and sitting down on a warm afternoon having a cool drink at one of the local establishments with you.
Please come. Please bring your friends.
I've got no friends, Teresa. I think that's well documented. Thanks for being part of Regional Roundup.
Thank you.
See Teresa Boughton there up in the town of Moree in northeastern New South Wales. Great place to go